Welcome back to Pretty Chatty. My name is Megan.
And I'm Joy. We are your weekly mental health break. Yeah.
Hooray!
Hooray, huzzah! And we are coming to you very cozy. Because let's be honest, we've been through it this week. And
Y'all,
if I look like I'm crying, it is because I have been in battle of the sinuses. I was laid up for a week. I'm at the point of the journey where everything like makes my eyes water. So let's pretend I'm being emotional and vulnerable.
you don't look
Cool?
like you've been crying at all.
Oh no, it's because I beat the hell out of my under eyes and then I put in the brightening drops.
Can
Oh
you,
no.
like 20 years from now, somebody listening to that, not knowing that like beating is how we refer to makeup right now? Listen,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I will make it really clear for anybody now or 20 years from now. I'm on my period and it sucks. I'm fine. My sinuses are fine. I just am sitting on a heating pad and I got my emotional uh
hmm
otter
And
and a
uh
blanket.
and your girl has PCOS. So guess what? I just got a second period in 2 weeks. So we're living. We're living.
We're
Let's
living,
just jump
not
in.
sliving.
We're Paris Hilton, please help us live. We're not living. We are surviving at this point. So if you can't tell, I have tea and cough drops like a little granny over here. Megan has tea, I think. I think that's
Coffee,
tea.
decaf.
Okay. I was like, it is in the
With my
afternoon.
homemade salted caramel creamer, I would like to add.
All right, way to flex. Give us more.
Oh
Is
my God,
that
it's literally the easiest thing ever. It's like half heavy whipping cream, half Fairlife to Fairfield. It's like Fairfield Glade, Fairlife, 2% milk, and then like a hefty glug 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 of like Torani caramel, and then some flaky sea salt, and then just with the
amazing?
frother in a jar. And
Yum.
like honestly, I would drink it by itself if
Please tell me that recipe's going on the IG.
at some point. Next time I make it, I just used the last of it,
Yeah.
so next time I make it, yeah.
I um I will tell you about the latte I made this morning. That was so good. It will be hitting the IG. I made a salted honey latte this morning.
You really are going hard on honey right now.
I'm in the honey
Wait,
life.
have I taken you to the meadery up here that has all of the different kinds of honey?
No.
Oh shit. You need to come visit. Because,
Okay,
okay,
and
listen. Vibe
and
check,
here we go.
honey and
Eyes watering. So bad.
so I live in North Georgia, like near Ellijay, Dahlonega, Helen, all that. There is a meadery that has, I don't even know how many bees, but they have so many different types of honey based on the blossoms that those bees are pollinating. And my favorite is the mimosa honey, which is mimosa trees, but the honey is so dark and thick, like molasses almost.
That sounds
And it
amazing,
is
but can we go back to the
like,
mimosa tree? I didn't know that's a tree.
yeah, mimosa blossom tree.
Didn't know that.
Welcome to the South, honey bunny. We
Oh,
got
oh,
cockroaches and mimosa trees.
apparently. Last night, okay, I want to know, what do you call the thing you put on like a beer can to hold? Like, what do you
A
call that?
koozie?
Okay, great. I was talking to a friend and we were talking about buggies and carts and whatever. This is at book club. And she's like, oh yeah. And she grabbed my drink and she's like, and that goes in a Huggy. I'm like, a what? And so it
Oh,
turned into a
okay. No,
debate.
wait. No, hold on. Huggy is the non-trademarked name of koozie because koozie is trademarked. So if you're selling them and they're not the brand name koozie, you have to call them Huggies. Otherwise, Huggies are
Oh.
diapers.
That's what I was like, what the fuck? I'm like,
No,
what?
it's just the non-trademarked, like Etsy
Got
safe
it.
way of selling a koozie.
Okay. That makes
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, is this another Southern thing I don't know about?
No,
I'm so
no, it's
confused.
an Etsy seller thing.
Got it. Okay, great. Okay, so dark like molassesy looking honey.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to that
So
for a
like
second.
clover honey is like really light, right? And this meadery has like the full spectrum of honey, and they do tastings, and you can taste the different honeys and get the one that you like the best. So I did this, and that's how I know that mimosa honey is my favorite. And I have like actual jars of it that are like this big around. I buy like two or three of them at a time. It is,
Can,
ugh. And it's
can I be
not super floral. It's like a deep, rich, like caramel flavored honey.
oh my gosh. Can I be so honest? I didn't know that you could like pare down the types of honey until I was reading a book last year for our book club. It's back when we were the Muses, now we're the Spice Girls. Fantasy, romance.
All right.
We switched. We switched. It was called The Honey Witch, the book. And she used types of honey in like things to heal people of different things. And I was like, oh, this honey sounds delicious. Like the entire book, I was just like, cool, magic is unique, whatever. But like the honey sounds yummy. Like I want to eat this honey. Like that's all I wanted. I was
Yeah.
like, just give me like the sage honey and like whatever. It just sounded fascinating. And I
You
was
can
like,
infuse honey. Did you know this? So, okay, you
no,
could make like cinnamon honey. You just take a bunch of cinnamon sticks and like put them in a jar, right? Pour your honey over the top and then let it rest. And then you take the cinnamon sticks out and like, or drain the whole thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, like, you can
what?
also, have you ever had whipped honey?
Oh, I loved it. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So, think about whipped honey, but like
Mhm.
infused whipped honey. So, like cinnamon, vanilla, infused whipped honey.
Okay, so my husband and I are planning on like eventually like, building land, whatever, and then we can have bees.
Oh, you can have
Hmm.
bees.
We can have bees. That's all I care about.
You're
He
gonna be
wants to
like
do.
Meghan Markle in your little bee suit.
Okay, like for the people who don't know, my actual childhood hero, and I'm sure you're like, it was probably Shania Twain, right? Pop. She did the pop country thing. What like Martha Stewart was my childhood hero.
Whose childhood hero is Shania Twain? Why would
My
anybody
cousin's.
assume show?
Because country pop, like at the time she was glitzy and glamoury when we were younger, like when I was a kid,
Fair. I
or
think
like
mine
Britney
was
Spears or
Frizzle.
whatever. Love it. Love it. So I had cousins into like Shania, I had cousins into Britney. And I was like, look, I love Celine Dion. Her singing voice, like we didn't have enough of it like around at home to like really get into it. Like I would watch Martha Stewart with every chance I got. So I told my husband, like, we can build in the country. I'm happy to live that life. But if it doesn't look like a Martha Stewart manor, I'm out. Our landscaping better look like Martha Stewart graced these lands and did it herself. Otherwise, I'm not interested. I am not a country girl. I'm not a country bumpkin, but I can pretend to live on my English cottage estate. And I want bees. He wants chickens. I don't. No. He wants to do that whole farming thing. And I'm like, look, when you quit, you can do whatever the hell you want. But if it restricts you from traveling with me when I'm inevitably on tour, no, that's that.
Friends,
Yeah,
we're in it, aren't we?
we're in it. Okay, which actually kind of segues us a little bit. Can we explain how we got into the archetypes? Megan and I took quizzes
We took
recently.
quizzes.
Be and
There's
she,
what is the segue? What are you segueing right there? Martha Stewart to the archetypes?
when I'm inevitably on tour,
It
you
makes
sent
sense to
it.
you. Say
Hold
it
on,
out loud.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I've been toying with the idea of doing a stage name because I want to have a little bit more freedom, kind of step out of my like self and put on a character because I love playing a part. It's the theater girl in me. And so I've been telling Megan, like, I want to do this, but I have no idea what stage names. So we are um So like we tossed around like how do we even figure out a stage name, whatever. And so Megan and I have been joking about
You
this.
also were like, do I even want a stage name or do I just want it to be my name?
hmm But
And
the
I was,
problem
because I
is,
was the one who was like, I think you need a stage name.
yes. And the problem is, from a marketing standpoint, my name pulls up Christmas music, and no one can spell my last name. So that does not help. So I think a stage name would be a good idea. So then Megan sent me this quiz, and she's like, I think you should take this because it might be a good way to like get some new ideas for a stage name. So I took it. And I thought it was really funny because I read my archetype and I was like, ooh, this is this is me. And it's not just how I want to be perceived. Like this is actually me and how I want to be perceived. Mine is the huntress.
Okay, so hold on, pause. We're talking about feminine archetypes. So when
Sorry,
she
yes.
said I was looking for, like, we were just talking about stage names, I was like, I feel like you should pull. Okay, so before we even get to stage names, I was like, like it also needs to be something where you are embodying like a very specific style. I was thinking
hmm
like Chapel Roan is very, very specific, and she's always pulling like the visuals of a very specific archetype. Same with Sabrina
She's
Carpenter,
deeply in it. She's deeply into
right?
her
And
identity
so I was
and
like,
vision.
why don't you start with an archetype and then work within that archetype to determine what the stage presence might be, everything from the aesthetic to the name to all of it. So I found a
To how
seven
you
feminine
move. Yeah.
archetypes quiz. And
hmm
let's go over. Here are the seven archetypes. We'll put the link. Now, I will say this, neither of us are at all affiliated with this
No.
website. It's
Mm-mm.
called Where Wonder Waits, but the gal who's put this together has a quiz that you can take, and it's like a 10-15 minute quiz, and you will kind of self-sort using the quiz into one of the seven archetypes. So the archetypes are the mother, the maiden, the huntress, the mystic, the queen, the sage, and the lover. And each one has like specific gifts, it has challenges, it has a certain energy that it gives off. And then she has a page on each one that kind of digs
hmm
into the archetype itself, who, like, what public figures will we know
And
that embody that archetype, that kind of thing.
and like when you're in your like weakness, what do you lean to or have issues with or like your weaknesses within that personality type?
And if you're thinking this kind of sounds like an Enneagram, you would be right.
It in my mind, you have the Enneagram that's very intense, whatever, and then this is like the fun, feminine, like mm, little extra to
Hmm.
it. So I got the Huntress, and I was like, this tracks not only who I am, but also how I want to be portrayed, like an amped up version of this. So we're on the right track here. I loved what Megan is because that makes so much sense. Megan, darling, what are you?
The queen.
And I thought it was really fascinating. And like this makes so much sense. Gifts, leadership, and personal power. Like no one connects with people quite like dear Megan. Like it's amazing.
Oh, one of the things that it says is like naturally the queen is rarely found alone. She will spend her free time either being out having fun with her friends or enjoying quality time with her partner. I spend 90% of my time with Alan.
Yeah. And she is like and you connect your friends with each other. So then of course we're all
Oh yeah.
friends. She is the ultimate connector.
Just building my little court.
And then so under mine, which was so funny to just see this so clearly, my gifts are freedom and independence. And I was like, ding, ding, ding.
Wait, okay,
Yep.
hang on. What's the deepest fear?
Deepest fear.
Yeah.
Deepest fear. Let me, I,
Go into the page that has like the full
yeah, I'm looking
characteristics.
at it because I almost gave you the Enneagram 8 deepest fear, which
Probably
I'm not
similar.
probably. Hold on. I actually clicked the
Wait,
print. One second. One second.
now I want to know if I'm so curious if the Enneagram deepest fear
Okay. Yeah. Are
is
you
the
ready for this?
same. Yeah.
It might be. I'm pretty sure they're the same. My deepest fear is feeling vulnerable, powerless, or trapped. Nothing stresses me out than the idea of being powerless and trapped. Vulnerability makes me physically sick sometimes, aka what happened in coaching a couple weeks ago.
True.
I felt
Okay.
so raw that Megan got a voice memo saying, "I don't know what to do with myself. I'm tapped out for my emotions." And then I said the same thing to my husband. He's like, "It's Monday." I'm like, "I know. My emotions are done for the week. I've been vulnerable. Done for the week. Can't do anymore." No.
So the deepest fear of the queen is losing control.
Yeah. Yep.
Ugh,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
ugh.
And I,
Which is funny because I'm an Enneagram 7 and the basic fear is of being deprived or being in pain,
mm,
which I don't really associate a lot with that. Like that a lot. I'm like, okay. Maybe that's just like over time I've matured to the point where I'm like it's if I'm deprived of something like I'm not that stressed about it, but like losing control, being deprived of control, that's a problem.
okay, I pulled up my core fears just from the Google as an Enneagram 8. Being controlled, manipulated, harmed, or left weak and vulnerable and powerless. Yep. Yep. Um, what I think is really interesting is the deepest desire for mine is freedom on
Hmm.
all levels. Once again,
Oh.
once again. And the goal is to follow her own often unconventional path. And I'm like, my actual life right now, my life. So, hidden
Mine's
talent.
achieving greatness.
Um,
That's so broad.
it's so broad. What's your
Great
hidden talent?
what?
It's just
What's my
greatness.
hidden talent?
It says it like on the,
Oh, empowering others through leading by example.
I can see it. Mine
I don't think
is
it's wrong. I think that actually relates more back to my human design, though.
maybe.
That is a whole can of worms that we will not be opening this episode.
I
We
didn't
will
even join
not
me
be
in that.
doing that. No.
Mine is makes a fantastic revolutionary. So,
What's funny is
uh,
I actually did not expect to get the queen just when I was like reading through the different ones. I really thought that I was going to get um like more of the sage because of the challenge of getting out of your own head. And I
mhm.
really thought that that's where I was going to land. If in looking at them, which one did you think you were going to get?
I read through them and I was like, I hope I'm a huntress. That'd be cool. Then I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna take the test because I don't care to be anything else than whatever I am. So I just like went and took it. Like, well, and then that's what I ended up getting. I did. I think I read The Lover and started laughing because I'm like, that's not me. Like, just off the bat, and I was like, dear God, don't give me mother, because
Oh yeah, same. I was like,
I'm not.
ugh,
Nah, mm, no,
ugh.
that's not me at all.
For the
So
record, if you don't know, neither of us have kids.
no, and like,
For
it
the
doesn't
record.
mean don't want them. It's just a not right
No,
now
it
for me.
just not, yeah.
No, we're
Not the
not in
archetype we
that
are
space.
currently embodying.
And also, I think it's important to say, like, just because you are a parent doesn't mean that is your archetype or personality type.
Oh,
You
for
know,
sure. The
like,
mother is much a is it just a warm, supportive, loving, nurturing
we all have
archetype.
that one friend that you're just
Whereas
like,
the
okay,
sage is all about like it's clarity, but the challenge is what's interesting is the way that I've self-sorted myself was based on the challenge of getting out of the head, not
yeah,
based on the gifts.
that's really funny. I just was going through, I'm like,
Don't
I
know
don't
what
want to
that
be
says
any.
about me.
I just read through it and I was like, I don't want to be any of these. No,
Well, I think because the
it's just
challenge of the
funny.
queen is jealousy, and I don't feel like I struggle with jealousy, but I do struggle with control.
I here's where you do occasionally have jealousy, but it's in a form of comparison
Hey,
jealousy.
hey, hey, I did not ask for you to point out my flaws. That was not the conversation we are having. I said when I self-sorted, ma'am.
Sorry.
That's not the
It's o-
conversation we
it's
agreed to
only in
today.
self-sabotage. It's only in self-sabotage. That is it.
Fair enough. Okay, everybody
Yeah.
has to go take this quiz and either DM us
Tell
on
us.
Instagram or comment if you can comment because I think on Spotify you can comment on podcasts. I don't know. I use
I think
Apple.
so. And then when
So
this
comment
inevitably
and
hits
tell us.
YouTube, Spotify,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah.
please tell
Put
us.
it.
DM us.
We want to
You can
know. Go
even
to
hit us.
Instagram, go to Pretty Chatty Pod. That way you get both of us. Because if you just DM us personally, then the other one's not going to see it. So DM the
And
pod.
I'll be like, all right, whatever. Um, and if you have
Also,
also taken Enneagram, I want to know if you feel like it correlated with your Enneagram.
the other thing that I want people to do is when you go to this page that we're going to link, I want you to look at the art on these because
Beautiful.
the person who made this, I'm reading, her name's Anna. She created the artwork and then started researching the archetypes. And like that's what led her into it was doing the artwork for him. And they're stunning.
They're
And I
so
did not
beautiful. And
realize
there's
you can
workbooks, there's all
you
kinds of
can
stuff.
buy the art prints of these.
Oh, okay. What are the examples of your archetype? For like I'm
Oh,
reading mine and I'm like giggling.
I'm gonna have to find it. Oh, the first one might make you mad.
It's okay.
Beyonce, Queen Bee,
That tracks. Continue on.
Nancy Reagan. Wait, I'm just okay.
Tracks, I guess.
Queen
Continue.
Elizabeth the First of England. Is that a little too on the nose to pick a queen?
I kind of feel like
Because
it's on the
like
nose.
Daenerys, like literally queen.
Okay.
Elsa from Frozen. What? And then
Yeah,
Miranda Priestley.
that makes so much
But
sense.
like I will say,
Okay.
she says Miranda Priestley can quickly become the queen archetype can quickly become hell if the shadow is too present.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Are you ready for
She
mine?
also says Nancy Reagan is the perfect example of a woman who finds most fulfillment through her relationship and alliance with powerful men. May that description never find me.
Amen.
Please
Okay, so
go.
mine, this makes sense for my college hyperfixation. Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah. a
Yeah.
hundred percent.
Are you ready for these next ones? Lady Gaga, Amy Winehouse.
I remember you sending those when you did this quiz, and was Lady Gaga not one of the examples that I gave, like that we were talking about?
We were talking about Lady Gaga so much.
Uh,
So like, which makes me so happy, you know? Wonder Woman, Merida from Brave, yeah, Wonder Woman. Serena Williams, Mulan, and Tyrell from The Hobbit. So I need to I need to read The Hobbit.
how
So, okay.
come I get so many obvious Queen Elizabeth, Queen Bee, Queen Daenerys? Like what? Give me
Okay. And then what I like
some
is
cool ones
the
like yours.
so superstars like Lady Gaga and Amy Winehouse prove that the huntress archetype has no fear of being unconventional. They firmly walked their own path and did, excuse the language, this is what it literally says, whatever the fuck they liked. Once again,
I
like
mean, she
it's
literally wore a meat dress.
she had three or four different outfit changes as an audience, like in the audience for that VMAs. Was that
See, to me, that's
her
queen
first
shit.
VMAs?
But also, she
But
was literally wearing raw meat. I wouldn't have stayed in it either.
no. Um,
Ew.
but it's the constant. reinvention. Who cares what anyone thinks? I'm doing my own thing. So that's where like I appreciate like the like high
Okay,
potential
here's my
achieving
question.
greatness.
Here's my question. Did she somehow commandeer a private dressing room, or was she just like in the bathroom changing? Like, that's my question. Because she was still
No,
relatively new.
well her
She was
first it
still
was
relatively
it
new.
her first VMAs is what I'm thinking of. Is that when she did the meat
Right.
dress? I think so. No. She did the red thing. The meat dress was later. She did the red thing. She had four costume changes. They literally had to give her a dressing room. I've recently watched TikToks on this because they're like, who is this newcomer? And that's when she did, like it was her first performance that like everyone remembers because it was so crazy. Like she did it all. Is that when she was hanging from like she had the blood
You're
and it was
asking the
just in
wrong
white.
person.
Anyways, she had four costume changes as an audience member. So they
But
were
can you
constantly putting her in
imagine
and
being
out.
in the audience and like, you're like, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. And like Gaga comes, you like go to the bathroom and Gaga's in there changing.
She had a dressing room. They gave her a dressing room because she had, what was it, two racks of clothes. Like in the dress rehearsal, they're like, you need space. Okay. Because here's what she did. She was marketing her moment.
Oh,
Genius.
true. Yeah.
Genius. So, anyways, that is anyway, so archetypes, stage names, and look, if you come up with this stage name, you better be DMing the pretty chatty Instagram, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Artemis is like the one that this is all based off
Would
of.
you do a stage name based off of like a historical or mythical figure?
I would if it had enough
No, well,
like
I'm not saying use
and
the same name. Like, don't be like
no.
Artemis. I'm saying, would
Yeah.
you like manipulate it or
Oh,
like,
100%. I'm so into that. Like I 100% would do that. Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah. Um
Hmm.
anyways, so that has been the fascination, I think, for both of us. Like at least a little like diving in to be like, okay, like let's play with this. Because even on Pinterest, you can look up how does blank archetype dress, and you can start getting a little bit more ideas to cultivate what you want to cultivate.
Well, you can do that with your astrological signs as well.
And I'm a
There's a
Sagittarius.
whole thing about okay, so there's your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, but there's this whole thing about dressing like your Venus sign. And dressing like your Venus sign is how you like embody that feminine archetype based on your astrological sign. So you might be a Sagittarius sun sign, but your moon, so your sun is like what's outward, your moon is like your internal emotional, like that's kind of who you are to yourself. Your
Hmm.
rising is um so your sun is a lot of times how you're perceived by others, and the rising is like who you're becoming. I'm gonna
Mm.
say this wrong, so astrology girlies come for me, it's fine. But your Venus sign is the one that they say you can dress for. So if you're not into this archetypes thing, but you are into astrology, that's an option too. You can Pinterest your, like, I'm a Gemini Venus, so I can go and like look up Gemini Venus clothing options on Pinterest.
I have a confession.
Hmm.
I do not remember any of the stuff from when we took these a while ago. So I'll
That's fair
refresh.
enough.
Anyways,
The
as
other
a
thing that I
Sagittarius,
want
I
to
was like,
know is what are people's Enneagrams? Because you're an
mm-hmm.
8, I'm a 7. We know that I have
Yep.
like a collection of 8s in my life.
Yep. And I think it's really funny how the wings are important with Enneagrams, especially eight, where it's like, I'm a seven wing, like I'm still fun. I won't go crazy, I swear. Like it's just kind of funny how sometimes the wing feels almost as important as the main number, which is just
Yeah.
funny to me.
Yeah, I
So,
because I have an 8 wing. That's the
yeah.
realist. She's a bitch.
Which makes sense why we do so well together. So, anyways,
I am
let us
tell you what,
know.
I'm gonna put my favorite Enneagram resource in the show notes of this as well. Her name is Ashton, and she has a really great Instagram. She has a really great website, and she speaks. And so if you have like a company or something, you can have her come speak and like talk about how to use Enneagram in the workplace. But
Mhm.
Ashton is so I love Ashton. She's so
Enneagram
sweet.
Ashton on Instagram, right?
Enneagram Ashton. That's her website and her Instagram. So ENNEAGRAMASHTON.
Her content is so fun. Like I cannot think of
She's like
any other
Enneagram
Enneagram.
Barbie.
Yeah. Like I have never like shared so many Enneagram things until I saw her
Oh,
content. I was like, this is so
yeah.
fun. Like
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes I
yeah.
laugh, sometimes I almost want to cry, but I don't
Well,
because
and
I'm an eight.
she's been doing this. I started following her probably during COVID, like probably in
Hmm.
2020. Like it's been years that she's been doing this and like refining her craft and like what she does.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
That's so cool.
Shout out to my girl Ashton. What up, Queen?
We love your work. Um, okay, so we have
We've
gone
kind
hard
of
into
we've taken up
archetypes.
a lot of time. I mean, yeah, say we've kind of like, why don't we just do a little bitty accountability buddy and wrap up?
Let's call it. Okay, Megan, what were your goals last time around?
Still working towards that 1,000 followers on TikTok, and when I looked a few minutes ago, it was at 737, which I started in like the 500 range. So
Nice. Okay.
yeah,
I had my goal. Ooh, sorry. That was not to actually sound like I'm crying. My eyes are still watering. I had a goal of 500 TikTok followers, and I was started at 219. I'm at 227, and like considering most of those followers are the past 2 weeks, I think we're on the up and up here. So I've kind of gotten
yeah,
into the right vein of things.
definitely.
So I'm happy with that. And yeah, we're doing good. So we
Okay.
want to know. Accountability buddy is not just for us. We want buddies to do it with us. So please DM us. Let us know how your goals are going so we can fully have the community, the chat, go all out for our goals together.
Okay.
Anything else to add? No,
I
we're
don't think
good.
so. I think we did it.
We did it. All right. Well,
All right.
love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.